a little bit of a different rotation and flow. How did you think you guys adapted for the first time, getting the first looks without him?
Yeah, I thought the rhythm. I felt like we struggled at the beginning of the game, but I don't think it was just not having Seth in the lineup. I think that contributed it, but Radford's switching defenses, playing zone, Jaron twisting his ankle, him going out, Caleb getting in foul trouble, and so it caused us to play some different lineups that either one we hadn't played thus far, or two haven't played extended minutes, and so I think that contributed to us not being in rhythm. I felt like the latter part of the first half we started to find that rhythm. I felt like we continued that pretty much the second half, but there were spots that, again, we still struggled in regards to defending without fouling, taking care of the basketball, boxing out, stepping up and knocking down free throws.
How challenging was it, I guess, to get the news about Seth, considering obviously, yes, he's a starter, but he had been with the program for a while. Just how challenging was it to, I guess, get the news about him that he'd be out for an extended period of time?
I don't know the challenging part. I mean, from the standpoint, it's just unfortunate and sad. And so I've been with Seth 4 years, and I wanted him on the floor.
Hubert, do you have an update on Seth? I know
It's the same update. Yep.
Hubert, how would you describe Jaron's aggressiveness tonight? It felt like the most we've seen in his time, especially getting to the free throw line.
Thank you for asking that and noticing that. He was, and it's coming off of, I didn't know if he was coming back, but I thought he was the most aggressive he was thus far. And one, he has the ability to do that, and number two is that's exactly what we need. With his size, obviously defensively, he can do a number of different things, but on the offensive end, he scored in many different ways. I mean, it was from three, free throw line, post-ups, offensive rebounds, in transition, and so that's something that we're going to need for the remainder of the season.
How do you think Luka did in Seth's absence? You saw the lineup there.
Well, I mean, obviously, Luka, has the ability to be able to score in many different ways. He's a, 4-level scorer, whether it's from three, mid-range, to the basket, and also can get fouled and get to the free throw line. And it's been an adjustment for him as well. It's only his third game, and so I was really proud of his effort. One of the many things that I like about Luka is he in terms of wanting to play with energy, effort, enthusiasm, that's something that he does every day, whether it's a game or a practice.
He missed his first 6 shots, and he told us that once a couple went through, he started to relax some. Started to get more a little bit in the groove. Was that the most relaxed you've seen him play, the most in groove you've seen him play since he got here?
Well, I think he's always a very confident player and somebody that's very sure of himself out there on the floor. I really felt like what got him going was getting to the basket, getting to the free throw line, getting a layup in transition. When your shot isn't going in, you always try to get a little bit closer and try to find that rhythm, and I felt like it did. But as you can see, Luka has tremendous confidence in his game, and he continued to play and play well.
Hubert, along those lines with Luka, did you have any sort of special instructions for him going into the lineup now, as opposed to coming off the bench? A conversation, a word of advice, anything like that? Did you do anything different with him starting now?
No, not really. I mean, again, this lineup change just happened a couple days ago, so there's an adjustment period for all of us of trying to find the rhythm with this group, with this team. And so, we were trying to find it tonight, and we'll continue to get better at it with practice tomorrow on Thursday, and in hopes of being a lot better on Friday.
How much of an opportunity is this for a guy like Luka, for Jonathan, for Garrett Dixon, and how might that help your depth later on when Seth does come back?
I think it's very valuable for those guys. One of the things I always say is, I don't know when, where, how, and the manner in which you're going to get an opportunity, but when it happens, your job and responsibility is to be ready when your number is called. And it's obviously we're sad that Seth is not able to play right now, but it is a wonderful opportunity for a number of guys that'll get extended minutes and help us with our depth moving forward.
You guys were looking at bringing Luka in and looking at film. Is he a better passer now that you have him than you saw in film? Is that maybe a part of his game that has exceeded what you thought you were getting in him?
No, I knew he can pass. I mean, from an offensive standpoint that I really liked was, his ability to pass and be able to create shots for his teammates. I've said all the time that, I want multiple playmakers out there on the floor. He gives us another playmaker that can make plays for himself, but also make plays for his teammates.
Michael, some of the creative passes, like the driving hook pass to Caleb for an alley-oop. I mean, you can't teach that.
And we didn't teach that, but it worked.
What are you seeing about the creativity of his passing?
Well, his one of the things that I tell the guys all the time is I want you to play with your personality, and that's what Luka does. And again, he is a gifted passer, and he sees his teammates when he drives to the basket or makes his moves, and that's something that's important to him. And so whether it's a different way than others, it doesn't matter. It gets to one of our teammates in the right way where they can catch the ball and they can finish.
Michael, then no.
Hubert, what does it say about this team that you guys can scuffle in the first half, like you said, leave some points at the free throw line, but you still score?
We left
89?
18 points at the free throw. That's not just some.
You still score 89. You still lead by 26 late in the second half, win by 15. What does it say about you guys that you can do all those things and yet still win comfortably?
No, I was really proud of the team. I was. This is a new team. We have 11 new guys, and I talked to them at great length in regards to reacting and responding coming off of Friday. In that, when you have success, those are the times that you have to dive even deeper to the discipline and details that have allowed you to be successful. And so to be able to do that and to play against, a really good Radford team, to be out of rhythm, to have different lineups, and to figure out a way to come away with a win, that's something to be proud of.
No.
Hubert, what are your expectations for Seth moving forward from a leadership perspective?
Irregardless if he's in the lineup or not, Seth has always been one of our leaders on our team. And so, he's done it on the court. He's done it off the court. He was in our huddles communicating to the guys, and it's something that he's done a really good job with this year, and has enjoyed taking that leadership role, which has been exciting to see. And so he still provides that for the team, and he will continue to do that for the remainder of the season.
Brendan?
Yeah, Hubert, to follow up on that, I mean, not just the leadership perspective, but how are Seth's spirits? How did you sort of try to help him, realize this is not fatalistic, that he will be back this season? And, I guess, how have you seen the immediate response from him knowing him for 4 years?
No, he's done a really good job handling this, and he understands that he's going to be back, and he's going to be back soon, and that he's going to be out there on the court again. And so, again, going back to reacting and responding, I told him a story that, personal story. My second year, I was really in a good spot with New York with the Knicks, and just happened to run into John Koncak from the Atlanta Hawks, and broke my hand. And I was out 6 weeks, and I thought it was the worst thing that ever happened to me. The timing was horrible. And those 6 weeks, I worked on my left hand, and when I came back, my left was better than my right, and it actually made me a better person, a better player, and it allowed me to take a step back and be able to see something that I wouldn't have seen had I been playing. And that year we went to the NBA Finals. And so use this as a positive, even though it's unfortunate.
Thank you, Hubert.
All right, thank you.
We will see you